9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Oh, surprise, surprise. This is your PR princess, your timeless elite, Stone Cold Courtney, whatever you want to call me, on this special edition because we have a triple header happening today. I know yesterday was Night of Champions and AAA. Right now we have TNA Slammiversary happening. We have Elijah versus AJ Francis, and it's pretty much a good solid match. And of course, you know, with everything that's been happening with TNA, obviously, of course, gotta show some support to them with everything that's been happening because there is some good stuff in there. But I may do a deep dive of a case study because I feel like there's a lot of things happening. But you get to hang out with me for TNA Slammiversary. Obviously, of course, later on, you'll be seeing me for Forbidden Door, which is later on. Please make sure to check it out. You can check it out on YouTube, HBO Max, Amazon Prime, your local pay-per-view. You do not want to miss tonight's AEW event. But tonight, it's all about Slammiversary, and there is so much action outside of Elijah and AJ Francis. We're also going to have the return of the X Division. Well, actually, the X Division, but the return of the Ultimate X, which is well known in the X Division. And we get to see the return of the Amazing Red, who was one of the originals. And oh my goodness, 1, 2, quick kick out by AJ Francis. This is actually a good match between Elijah and AJ Francis. If you saw the promo, there's actually a lot of chemistry between them. I feel like Expression just wants to stick his nose where it doesn't belong. If you need kick up to speed, Expressions is the manager of AJ Francis, and I actually did like Elijah make a comment where he said he was a knockoff of DJ Jazzy Jeff, which was pretty hilarious to watch. But it looks like Elijah wants to hit Expressions with a guitar. Is he going to do it? Elijah's like, no, I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to do it anyway. And the fans are on their feet. Oh, Expressions. Should have never stuck your nose where it didn't belong. And AJ Francis is no slouch either because he has been a lot of good as a solo star. Oh my God. Everybody's using the Styles Clash. And I know AJ Styles is Mr. TNA. Quick kick out by Elijah. My God. This is actually a good solid match between these guys. Because I am watching this on one of my tabs on my computer. They're showing the replay of Expressions getting hit by that guitar. I love it. Huh. I just noticed on AJ Francis, his jersey does Mr. Slammiversary. He's taking another walk with Elias. Oh my God. Not Elias, Elijah. Three, and your winner is Elijah. He picks up the victory over AJ Francis. So pretty much if Elijah won, he gets his license, music, content, everything that he made, it's all his. So I know that has to be a feel-good moment for Elijah. What's Elijah doing here? What the Oh, he picked up another guitar and it's light up. Oh my God. That's and he got his theme song back. It's a shame that it could have captivated so much in WWE, but I'm happy he is thriving in TNA as Elijah. That was really good. And I'm looking forward to some matches in TNA. Obviously, the return of the Ultimate X match, because that helped out the TNA X division. We're also going to have the TNA World title. Nick Nemeth taking on Mike Santana. Triple threat ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team titles. The Hardys take on the Righteous and the System. And speaking of Mike Santana, he's going to be interviewed by Gia Miller. I'm so proud of Mike Santana. Hmm. And Mike Santana is fired up because that's what it's about. TNA's richest prize for the TNA World Heavyweight title. But up next, we got some ladies action. We got the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. Rosemary and the Bunny taking on the Elegance brand. Feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got winning. I have a feeling, and I didn't do bold predictions on Friday for WWT, but I have a feeling we may have new TNA Knockouts champions because the rivalry between them is starting to heat up just a bit. Just a bit. And it's actually very fascinating to watch. But here comes the Demon Bunny. And they've been making a nightmare of the Elegance brand. I can tell the fans are really fired up for Demon Bunny. They really pulling for them. But this rivalry has been taking it to a notch. And it works out perfect because Rosemary recently signed an extension with TNA. Oh boy, now we have to deal with the concierge. Ugh. We got to deal with the concierge. Trying to introduce the Elegance brand. He always loves to talk trash about Boston. I'm surprised he didn't catch a breath when introducing the ladies. Well, here come the reigning knockouts tag team champions. And we do have Ash by Elegance that's accompanying them. And I'm pretty sure I can smell some shenanigans into it. And also, Mr. Elegance will be part of the Ultimate X match that'll be happening later on in the program. They do dress in white in birds. It's like angelic in the way of the Elegance brand. I'm laughing at the commentators on how I'm laughing at when the commentators are trying to do fashion commentary for the Elegance brand. It's just so hilarious. I mean, I like it because I have an interest in fashion, but it's very interesting. The little facts in there for TNA. Heather and M by Elegance have reigned for 164 days. Allie pinned Heather 2 weeks ago in tag team action, and this is the first defense for the Elegance reign in 4 months. Well, to be fair with the commentator saying no one stepped up, you kind of goaded some people from your roster, which we will talk about throughout the program because I didn't get a chance to talk about it on the recent cuts that happened within TNA. Steve Macklin, Myla Grace, Tessa Blanchard, Tommy Dreamer. A lot of internal stuff happening backstage, but we'll talk more about that throughout the program. But here we go. We have the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, Demon Bunny, taking on the Elegance brand. Feel free to put in the chat who you guys got winning this thing. For me, I would love to see Demon Bunny be Tag Team Champions because it looks like this rivalry has been building up for the last couple months. And Rosemary signed an extension with TNA. She brought back Allie, and we see Mara Charday aligning with them. So there's a little friction between both teams. Yes, their next pay-per-view, Bound for Glory, ODB will be in the TNA Hall of Fame. Long overdue, but congratulations to ODB. Well, and you got to watch out by Ash by Elegance and Mr. Concierge because there are going to be a lot of shenanigans happening in this match. I will say Ali is very fired up in this match. Very, very, very fired up. But feel free to put in the chat on where you guys from because the super chats are now open. Super chats are now open. So make sure. And also we have the Women's Wrestling Archive. Shout out to brother BLK Sports Entertainment Show. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday because we got a triple wrestling shows today. We have TNA Slammiversary happening right now. We have NXT Great American Bash. We have AEW Forbidden Door. It's interesting that they added in a new title, the Knockouts TV title, which is interesting with the fact with everything that's been happening with TNA, they added a new belt. I mean, it's interesting, and also with the fact too, I'm hoping it does well, especially with their Knockouts division because they're pretty much kind of in rebuild mode. So it would be an opportunity to see some of the ladies go for that opportunity, and also very curious on what's going to be the end goal for the TV knockouts, because of course they have their partnership with AMC, which, well, it's been a lot of mixed feelings about it, but I definitely want to see them succeed. And they just have to find what their demographic is. Same thing with AMC on what's their demographic and what do they air. They do have synergy, the Elegance brand. I will say they do have a lot of synergy with each other as a tag team. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Ultimate X match. That's why you don't see Mr. Concierge. The Ultimate X match is happening later tonight. But as I said, feel free to put in the chat. Do you think we're going to have new TNA Knockouts champions, or are the Elegance brand going to retain? I will say this has actually been a good solid tag match by all. Oh, and here comes Ash. She's like, she's trying to interfere, but Ash really to the end. And of course, a emotional concierge interferes, and this is where the number game. This is when the numbers games come in for the Elegance brand. Don't underestimate just because of their looks. Oh wow, that was a good move that the Elegance brand did. I love that move. Shout out to Saji Hossein 21. We're so happy to have you here. We're watch along for TNA Slammiversary. We are on the TNA Knockouts tag team. The Elegance brand taking on Rosemary and Allie, better known as Demon Bunny. So feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got winning this match. And yes, brother BKL Sports Entertainment Show. Yeah. It's just very hard. I mean, I want them to seize with the Knockouts TV title, but it's gonna take some time. And thank you, Saji Hosan. You are new. We love having people in the chat. We love having people in the chat. I'm very happy that you have followed us with Women's Wrestling Talk because everybody in the chat is very respectful and we just have fun and cut it and everything else. And I am actually from the East Coast, but feel free to put in the chat because we have many people all over the world that come on to Women's Wrestling Talk. And this match, I will say, these ladies are really bringing it. Tag is made to Rosemary. I really want to see. I want to see. I know he's probably before, but I want to see somebody beat up on the. I want to see someone beat up on the post-general concierge because he does seem a little bit annoying. It's like a person you want to slap in the face. Mm. Oh man, jeez. That's the one thing you can't underestimate in the Elegance brand. They just are coming. Is it? Cool. Oh, Allie made the save. So a little bit of update regarding the Ultimate X match. Cedric Alexander survived, but we found out Frankie Kazarian surprised Amazing Red and will be announced as the next TNA Hall of Fame inductee, and it's so well deserved. So now we not only have ODB, but now we get the Amazing Red, and that's definitely. Man, Ash by Elegance is really interfering in this match. She made a really bad mistake. Did she really think that to mess with Rosemary? And now she's getting the personal concierge. And oh my God, Rosemary missed the personal Mr. Concierge. Oh my God. See, that's what happens when you interfere in matches. You can't stick your nose where it doesn't belong. Oh my God. Well, he did deserve it, Mr. Concierge. Oh, rescued by the elegance man. Allie's right there. Are we gonna do it? One. Yes. We finally have new TNA Knockouts champions, the Demon Buddy. Congratulations to Rosemary and Allie. And it's well deserved. Well deserved. I'm very excited, intrigued on what their reign is going to look like, but also what's going to happen with the Elegance brand. Because the personal concierge would miss it in the face, but congratulations to Demon Bunny as the new TNA Knockouts champion. And also, you're hanging out with me, your PR princess, your timeless elite, Stone Cold Courtney, whatever you want to call me, because we have TNA Slammiversary. Obviously, of course, we have NXT Great American Bash happening a little bit later. We have AEW Forbidden Door. There will be a watch along tonight for AEW Forbidden Door. Yours truly is going to be leading the call. You never know who's going to pop up from WWT because there's a lot of good matches happening. You never know. But congratulations to Rosemary and Allie on being the new TNA Knockouts champion. And there is Santino Marella. And Daria Ray. Daria Ray seems so strict. It's like, she goes to the point. It's funny how like the personality dynamics are right there. And the TNA International Championship. Mustafa Ali is going to be facing off against two mystery opponents. Who is it going to be? But going to be very, very curious on who's it going to be. Feel free to put in the chat on any guesses on who's it going to be because there's many things. But the match is up next, and we get to hear from Mustafa Ali. But since his entrance is going on, I do want to put a note in on the Women's Wrestling Archive, which is a project our boss lady, TK Trinidad, is doing to support the past, the present, and the future of women's wrestling.
Women's wrestling didn't just show up yesterday in glitter boots. We've been here the entire time, body slamming through history.
The Women's Wrestling Archive launches 2026, and it's going to pave the way for all women's wrestling.
Because if we don't document it, a man might think he did it first.
This has been a passion project for a very long time. Head over to the womenswrestlingarchive.com to donate $1, $5, or whatever you can. It all goes a long way.
Let's give these women the spotlight that they've always deserved.
Her story belongs in history. Help us preserve it today. Join us at womenswrestlingarchive.com. Support the archive. Support women's wrestling. Donate today.
Support everything for the Women's Wrestling Archive. So, Mustafa Ali. So, who's number? Oh, Rich Swann is one of two mystery opponents. You know what's crazy? I saw him earlier this month at Battle for the Brave, and you could feel the energy that was there with Rich Swann. He was dancing, he was partying. I mean, that man was still looked great, in great shape, but just him dancing and everything else, it was like, wow, the energy just shifted I will say he's in the best shape, Rich Swann. But let's see who is mystery opponent number 2. Well, he just has some dance moves. I give him credit on that. Mm-hmm. He was so fun when he was on 305. He was just so fun to watch. This is like a 305 throwback. So who is the next one? Who is it? Oh, Apollo Crews! He's in TNA! Oh my god! This is so cool! Uha! So his new name is Uha Nation, Apollo's new name. But that is so awesome! But it's kind of crazy. It was a lot of rumblings happening the last couple of days because we weren't sure. But that is so dope. Apollo Crews. Now he's known as Uha Nation, but Apollo Crews, he's on TNA. So this match is going to be fire. And I'm so happy he has found life. I think this could be really good for him, especially with the way the X Division, and even the International Championship Division. It's going to be fire. This is gonna be so fun. So who do you guys got winning in this match? Do you have Mustafa levitating? Do you have Rich Swann? Or do you have the newest signee, Uha Nation, formerly known as Apollo Crews, walking away with a TNA International title? This is so dope. Wait, kick out. This match is gonna be so fun to watch. Nice DDT by Rich Swann. That Rich Swann and Mustafa, that's a 305 callback. If you don't know, 305 is like a program WWE did like a couple years ago, and they showcased the cruiserweight division. Oh my god, let me see.
You listen to me right now. Let's see what Uha. Ooh, what they're gonna do here?
What's Mustafa? Wow, it looked like a little solid teamwork action. There's Swan. He's really bringing the fire. And he got the dance moves. Ooh, you thought the Ultimate X match was crazy. This could go either way. That was Shades of 305 between Mustafa Ali and Rich Swan. Talk about a callback. And you hear the fans, they're chanting for TNA on Slammiversary coming to you from Boston. And you're hanging with me, your timeless elite, your PR princess, Stone Cold Courtney, whatever you want to call me, with TNA Slammiversary. As I mentioned, we've had a busy weekend of wrestling. Yesterday, we had United Champions in AAA. Today, we got a triple header. We have TNA Slammiversary happening right now. We also have NXT Great American Bash, and we have AEW Forbidden Door. Oh, Uha Nation hit the steel steps. Ooh, that was a nice move that Rich Swann did. Mm. I do agree with one of the commentators. Rich Swann has had so much opportunity to rebuild himself, and seeing him wrestling independently earlier this month just shows that. And watch out for Tasha Steeles, because she can be an X factor in this match. I'm just saying. German suplex. Another German suplex by Uha Nation. Another German suplex. That's really dope. Oh my god. This match is insane. And the fans are giving them a standing applause as they should. You thought Ultimate X match was crazy? This match, there's a lot of layers happening in this match. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that was an interesting bump right there. My god. What's Rich Swann gonna do here? Wow. 1, 2, quick kick out by Mustafa Ali. Just be careful of Tasha Steeles. Be very careful of her. Oh man. Oh my God. I'm just so happy he's finding second life on TNA. Watch out for Tasha Steele, because you knew for a second she was going to interfere. Oh, that is true. In triple threat rules. Order 4. Yep, the second. Yep. Yep, triple threat match apply. You kind of knew it was going to happen. There was going to be a lot of shenanigans and involving people from Order 4. He wants to take out Wuhan Nation. Oh man, Rich Swan. That would be funny if we had back-to-back title changes. That would be hysterically hilarious. One, two, three. So your winner and still champion, Mustafa Ali. And it was a clean pin, even though there was some interference from Order 4. But Mustafa Ali is still the TNA International Champion. Who's going to step up to the plate? I don't know. But congratulations, Mustafa Ali. That was a really good match. But of course, you knew it was going to be interference from Order 4. But it was a good match between all three of them. I can't believe it. Apollo Crews, now known as Wuhan Nation, made his surprise appearance on TNA pay-per-view. And Rich Swan, it was just callbacks of 305. Oh boy, this is actually personal. A no surrender match. This is a personal match. Moose with his brother in JDC, and Eddie Edwards with his wife Alyssa Edwards. And whew, there's a lot of history there. But they're showing a package here. Oh yeah, they're talking about Bear Bronson replacing. Yeah. It's kind of interesting seeing this storyline. It's actually, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of solid storytelling building on the system. I'm not gonna lie, this build up for this is pretty solid, and it's very, very. It's like one of the most personal stories that you can get with TNA. Well, it's going to be very, very interesting, but feel free to put in the channel who you guys got winning this no surrender match. Do you have Eddie Edwards or do you have Moose? Shout out to Aaron Teagle. Yes. Slammiversary, NXT Great American Bash, and obviously Forbidden Door. It's a busy weekend. Busy weekend in wrestling, but we are here at WWT. We're going to give you live coverage of TNA Slammiversary, and this is a personal grudge match between Eddie Edwards and Moose in a no surrender match. Obviously, with Moose, he has JDC in his corner, and with Eddie Edwards, he has his wife Alyssa Edwards in the corner. Well, let me. I had to take care of that. I had to get my soda. Eric Teagle saying, I got more money on Will Ospreay, Kenny on my head now. Yep. You will see all of them later tonight. You'll see Will Ospreay in the finals with Swerve Strickland. Whoever wins gets a championship opportunity at Wembley Stadium. For the first time ever, we're going to see Kenny Omega take on Zack Sabre Jr. and Mark Briscoe with his fellow conglomerates. Darby Allin, Konosuke Takeshita will take on MJF and the Don Callis family in a steel cage match. All that happening later on tonight in Forbidden Door, but right now we have a personal grudge, no surrender between Eddie Edwards and Moose. Like I said, feel free to put in the channel who you guys got winning, Eddie Edwards or Moose. Ooh. Oh, nice little encounter with Uha and Moose. There's JTC, formerly known as Fandango. They're running to say, Moose, you're on! He's coming! He's coming! That's always an interesting part when it's like backstage stuff and like direction and on cue on where you need to be for backstage production. Here comes Moose. I love how the fans are all chanting Moose. Well, Eddie Edwards, they wasted the time, but here we go between him and Moose. You can tell there's a lot of personal grudges, and it's going to be a lot of physicality. Man. Moose is not wasting no time. He's not wasting no time. Oh, man. Alyssa Edwards. Well, doesn't surprise me because she is a nice. She can be a little bit of a Wiccan. My God. I guess Moose ain't wasting no time. He really wants to destroy him. Man, a lot of physicality. Oh, Aaron Teagle, and you got the Hardys. So Aaron Teagle's got Moose in this match, and he also has the Hardys in the tag team ladder match. I love the Hardys. I can't bet against the Hardys because this is like their specialty ladder match, especially when they're in their alter egos of Broken Matt Hardy and Willow. And they have the Righteous, and they also have the System. Which, by the way, two of the members of the System will be competing later on tonight. Also, with the fact too, we saw one of the members, Cedric Alexander, retain his X Division Championship in the Ultimate X match that actually put the spotlight. Oh, why did he talk to his wife that way? Ooh, if I was Alyssa Edwards, I would not talk to Moose's wife that way. And his son, so his wife and his son are sitting at ringside. Let's see, there's a lot. So the total qualifications, pretty much whoever throws in the towel of their, pretty much whoever the representative throws the white towel in loses the match. So pretty much if Alyssa Edwards throws in the white towel, Eddie Edwards loses. If JDC throws in the towel, Moose loses. Oh my God, of course people are asking us for a table, but we're going to get a table. Well, Moose did make his promise. He was going to destroy every single person in the system. What is Eddie Edwards thinking? Man, it looks like Moose has a broken sweat. Both of these are throwing chops in. Oh Lord, somebody has to give up. But this is pretty much a chop fest right here. Oh, Nasty clothesline. Mm-mm-mm. I hope not. See, Alyssa Edwards is trying to convince. Alyssa Edwards is really trying to convince JTC to throw in the wild child. Oh boy. Eddie Edwards has a chain. Oh my god, Eddie Edwards is wrapping that chain around his knee. I think he wants to do more damage control to Moose. Nope, Moose got the power bomb. Now fans are chanting for a table. I feel like somebody. Oh boy, I feel like this is gonna go to the stream and something has to give. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the build up for this match, this was pretty cool. It was like cinema, and I love how they showed the full story of JDC is looking, and even Alyssa is trying to have him cave. He has to cave. He's got a cave. What's he doing? He zip time moves to the ring. Well, there's no disqualifications and no countouts or anything. Man, he just put a zip. He's putting a zip in on Moose. You could have did him. You could have did handcuffs. He really wants to make sure Moose doesn't have any defense to him. And shout out to Brick Ripsaw for the chat. I hope you're saying be careful because I'll be careful. But this match, this pretty much anything goes between Moose and Eddie Edwards, and it can be brutal. But I'm happy that you're here and chatting with us on TNA Slammiversary. We have new TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions. We saw an appearance from Wuhan Nation, formerly known as Apollo Crews, make an appearance in the triple threat for the TNA International Championship. Oh my goodness. And Moose's wife and his son's watching. Oh my God. And look at JTC. He's trying to convince. Oh, I know he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to throw. He's like, he doesn't. JTC spitting Eddie Edwards' face. That was pretty funny. Spit in his face. Well, here comes Moose's wife. She's trying to convince JTC. No. JTC's trying to convince. Oh! Eddie Edwards has Moose's wife. Get your hands off. Oh, he knocked out JTC. Put your hands on another man's wife. There's Moose's son helping his mother. I'm going to tell you something. Moose's wife is going to slap Alyssa in the face. And he got his son! If that's a cop out, I try to get him to lose. Oh my God, that is savage! This son gave Eddie Edwards a low blow. See, Moose's wife should have slapped Alyssa in the face. She can take a bump. Oh, she slapped Alyssa in the face. Oh my God, the announcers, they're gonna get to safety. Oh, here comes Moose. He took out the spear. That was funny. Moose's wife slapped Alyssa in the face. Southern spear. That is true. If you mess with somebody's family. Oh, JDC brought the chain. Oh, wow. Spear. Yeesh. He's bleeding. Oh my God. Woo! He's bleeding from the mouth. Alyssa, what are you going to do about your husband? I can imagine that house was not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. What's Alyssa doing? She threw the white talon. I guess you didn't want her husband to suffer any more consequences. Well, your winner of this match is Moose, but we kind of knew it was going to happen. But whew, that was brutal. It was personal. We kind of knew it was going to happen. What's JDC and Moose talking about? Ah, JDC wants retribution. Oh, Moose speared both. Wow. Well, Alyssa could take a bump, so she could take many bumps. I'm not mad at her for that. But there's Moose's wife and his son. Wow. It was so much personal. So much personal. Woo. His wife, his son. Look at that. He took out the zipper. Oh, I'll never forget his son gave Eddie a low blow. My God. Woo. Woo. Well, Moose got the victory, and he celebrated with his family, his wife, his son, JDC. Question is, what is next for Moose? Since this has to be the chapter in the books, let Moose move on, because of course he has his close friendship with Uha Nation, formerly known as Apollo there. But congratulations to Moose. I can't believe she slapped Alyssa in the face. But that was a lot of personal in that match. But congratulations to Moose again. And Slammiversary, well, I will say with everything that TNA has done, there's been some good solid matches. And I'm very happy because I definitely want to see TNA thrive. I know the last couple weeks have been a little bit shaky with some releases and a lot of bad internal stuff happening. Well, not bad, but interesting internal happenings backstage in TNA. But I really want to see them do better. I really want to see them thrive. It's just going to take a matter of time on just figuring out what their identity is. Granted, they have the partnership to TNA and NXT, but there's a lot of things that they need to work out, and especially with the partnership with AMC, just figure out who they are, who's your demographic, especially for AMC, what is their demographic. But this match I'm looking forward to because you want to talk about personal matches and grudges. The TNA Knockouts World Championship is on the line. Lei Ying Lee taking on Zaya Brookside. Because you want to talk about personal. This could get personal as it gets. And I actually do like some of the build-up and promos for this. I do like it. Mm. I hope Blade does have a good solid reign as TNA Knockouts champion. I'm not gonna lie, this is like solid promo on what it's supposed to be. I would say this one and Moose vs. Eddie Edwards is pretty solid. The video package is just nice to watch. But I'm looking forward to the ladies in action. But feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got winning this match. Do you have Lei Ying Lee retaining the title, or do you have Zaya Brookside being the new TNA Knockouts champion? Because I'm always looking forward to the ladies, and it's wrestling talk, so we have to support the ladies. And very for this, but I think that's something that TNA has to do with everything that's been happening, figuring out their identity, also with AMC's demographic, because I think for the AMC Plus app, they only have the weekly TNA shows. I don't think the pay-per-views are included, so that's something they could really think about, because I know it's very limited, but thinking about what avenues that they could air their pay-per-view. Granted, they got to make the income and the money and everything else, but just figuring out other avenues that they could add to pay-per-views. But trust me, there will be a lot of case study dive into what's been going on with TNA the last couple of weeks. But let's get ready for the ladies. Here comes Zaya Brookside. Yeah, because I'm looking up more about Zaya Brookside. She mentioned about her. Oh, Robbie Brookside. Who's her father? Okay. Well, here comes the reigning TNA Knockouts World Champion Lei Ying Lee. And I hope they do position her as a top star in the Knockouts division. I know it's interesting because I know they did it with Naomi, known as Trinity, Jordan Grace, Tessa Blanchard, even though she had some dirty laundry in there, and even with the controversy with the controversy that happened with Master Slamovich. There was just a little bit of a void on who can we position as the person leading the knockouts division that can lead the charge and able to do opportunities not just for media but for press but for anything else to help shape the knockouts division. And I hope they do the same thing, position Lay with that position as well. Oof, you can see Zaya. She is focused. She's focused. But as I said, feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got winning. You got Lei Ying Lee, or do you have Zaya Brookside being the new Knockouts champion? But here comes Mackenzie Phillips. I do like her outfit tonight. Mackenzie Mitchell. Her outfit is fire, Mackenzie. And plus, we need a lot more stronger heels in the TNA Knockouts division. Well, here we go. The TNA Knockouts division. I meant TNA Knockouts Championship. Zaya Brookside, Lei Ying Lee, one-on-one. This is gonna be so fun, especially with the grudge that they have. But who's gonna take the punt? Brookside's Chuck first. Well, here we go. Here we go. These ladies are gonna go at it. But as I said, feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got winning for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Saying that she deserved it. And still to come tonight, we have the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. We got Mike Santana and Nick Nemeth. We also have the tag team titles. Yes, because I think after this match, there's only the tag team ladder match and Santana and Nick Nemeth. Oh boy. So after this, we have 2 matches left. I hope these ladies do get enough time because with a personal story behind it and grudge, these ladies deserve a killer match. 7, 8. Okay. Oh man. Oh my god, that rim post is gonna be so. No! Oh my god! Left leg! Left leg onto that steel. That has to hurt. Oh, leg. And that's the best way to do is take it. That's the best way Xia Brookside's gonna do it. She has to take advantage of that. And look at her. She's just that's what she does at the heel. She's playing the dirty tactics. Oh man, she's really going after that leg that hit. Ooh. That's the one way to do it. If you find a weak spot in the body, just go after it. And that's one of the best ways is to secure a pinfall victory. Oof. She's really Zaya's really putting damage onto Lay's leg because that's one thing that she did. She's taking away all of her strengths. Oh, that is a hurt. That is a hurt. Oh, oh, that's a nice question, brother BK. Brother Black Sports Entertainment Show. Here's a question until tonight's main event for World Championship. Do you think that is interesting? There's been a lot of chatter with Mike Santana. Obviously, of course, his contract expires in July. I would not be shocked if WWE did make an offer, but it has to make sense. I mean, obviously, of course, money talks. Money talks in the current world that we're in, but it would not shock me if Mike did get a deal because I know with the partnership between NXT and TNA, Mike Santana has been the one that people wanted to take by. Also, with the fact too, Mike Santana has made appearances on TNA, especially during his feud with Trick Williams. I would not be shocked, but I think it's going to be an interesting void, especially in the men's division, because Joe Hendry's on the main roster, maybe Mike Santana. So then you have to figure out like who else in the men's roster that you do see leading it, because outside of Frankie Kazarian, Nick Nemeth, Moose, and also I know there's another person in the men's division. I can't think about it right now. But then you have to figure out like who do you want leading the charge? Who do you position that can lead not just the brand, but also the roster, and also who can be the face of the company for TNA? Like who's able to do media appearances, red carpet events, interviews? Who's able to handle and manage a bit of the pressure of that? So that's something TNA has to think about because especially that what's been happening the last couple of weeks, that's another layer they kind of have to think along with their identity on who they want to be. Like, what can they make them outside? Because you have obviously WWE, it's at the top of the list. That's not going anywhere. AEW is somewhat trying to find their stride in there, making some things work. And then TNA has been around for 23, 24 years. Oh, Lay's putting a submission hold on Desire Brookside, and I know that has to hurt. There's a lot of shoving in this match. I'm going to see a lot of hands getting dirty. Ooh, there has been another match added. I know this is TNA, but AEW news. Unbound Co's Drilla Maloney will be challenging Daniel Garcia on the buy-in tonight for Forbidden Door. So this was announced today. So far we have 3 matches in the buy-in. Eight. Oh, look at this. What's going to happen here? What's going to do right here? What's Lay doing? Oh, you took out one of the turnbuckle pads. Quick ago. Shout out to Lynette in the chat. Yes, I still have to watch Great Night of Champions, but there was a lot of buzz. There is a lot of buzz happening yesterday during Night of Champions, but I'm gonna fully watch it probably on Right. Oh my God, we got another title change happening. We have a new TNA Knockouts champion, Desire Brookside. Wow. It's going to be interesting to see what her reign's going to look like. And I hope they do build her up properly. But congratulations to Zaya Brookside being the new TNA Knockout champion. Wow. She's struck, but congratulations. Good job with Lay. Yeah, this is like her first major singles championship. I know she was a former TNA Knockout tag team, but this is her first singles one, and she did it. I think think maybe I need to reach out to Boss Lady, see if we can interview her to help her stock for the TNA knockouts. It's going to be very interesting to see. And I think TNA is in need of a strong, very strong heel for the TNA knockouts division. And I'm not gonna lie, that was a smart heel move. Shout out to Lynette. I'm pretty sure we'll be talking about what happened last night, Lynette. Well, I mean, Blake Monroe, she's coming. It's just a matter of timing on when it's going to happen, because I know they put vignettes the last couple weeks and putting a lot of diaries on names of the women's division, but we shall see. We shall see what Miss Blake Monroe. But congratulations again, Zaya Brookside, new TNA Knockouts World Champion. Let's go. But after this, we have 2 more matches left. 2 more. 2 more matches left. So, whew. And then I think this is the commercial showing their next pay-per-view happening August 23rd, Chicago. Lockdown. TNA Lockdown, Sunday, August 23rd in Chicago, Illinois. And tickets are on sale now. Oh, and I don't know if we did talk about it. Yep. Bound for Glory is Sunday, October 11th in Tampa, Florida. Also, I know I wasn't here on WWT, and I'm not sure if Edmond, Alberta, Canada, for the first time in 9 years, Sunday, November 15th. Yep. Up next is the ladder match, the triple threat ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team titles. The System taking on the Hardys, taking on the Righteous, and we got a new tag team that was added, the Great Hand. So now it's a fatal 4-way match. Woo! It's going to be so interesting. But I wasn't in on Friday, but apparently the wrestling world is still in mourn after the recent passing of Joe Doering. Unfortunately, he passed away on Friday, and in his 40s to brain cancer. And do want to send condolences, and that's why the stars of TNA are wearing the band of Joe. I'm sure AEW will probably be doing a tribute, but a lot of people in the wrestling world haven't been trained to tribute to him after the news has passed. So we here at Women's Wrestling Talk do want to send condolences to Joe and his family. But right now, we got some ladder match tag team action. Fatal 4-way style, and then after that, it's the main event, the TNA World Title. And here comes the remaining members of the System, Brian Myers and Bear Bronson. Obviously, of course, we saw Cedric Alexander retain his title in Ultimate X earlier tonight. We saw Eddie Edwards being reciprocated by Moose, but we'll see if the System can go away with a victory. And I think for this one, and I love the Hardys. I never pick against the Hardys, but I am going to pick the System to retain the belt, and I'm going to see what they do. I mean, I would pick the Righteous, but I would pick the Righteous to win, but I don't know. I have a feeling the System may come out retaining. But you're hanging out with me, your timeless elite, your PR princess, Stone Cold Courtney, with you for TNA Slammiversary happening. We have a triple header tonight. We're right now with TNA Slammiversary. We have NXT Great American Bash, and also we have AEW Forbidden Door. I know the buy-in pre-show is 7 p.m. tonight, but I will be live on stream at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so you do not want to miss it. But here come okay, so this is members from Order. Well, this is two of the members from Order 4 that was added by Daria Ray, and we did see a little bit of appearance from Order 4 earlier tonight as their leader, Mustafa Ali, retained the TNA International Championship. Obviously, of course, he had help from Tasha Steelz and Agent Zero, Special Agent Zero, I should say. Oh, they're with their families, their wife and their kids. That's a nice moment. That's a nice moment. Okay, because I don't want it to. And here come the righteous. Obviously, they're saving the Hardys for last. Here come the righteous. They do have an unusual theme song, which it's very mystic and mysterious. Which that's kind of what make you want to stand out. The righteous. And also make sure to check out their Wicked Garden match against the Hardys. It was interesting one. I have it on DVR if I want to rewatch it again. But make sure to check out their Wicked Gardens match. But obviously, of course, everybody's waiting for the Hardys. Well, the darker version of the Hardys, I should say. But that's who people are waiting for, the Hardys. Doesn't matter if they're regular Hardys or the dark version of the Hardys. You can hear the crowd chanting for the Hardys. You could just hear it. It doesn't even matter. There's broken Matt Hardy. Delete, delete, delete. I love how they switched over and now they go to their own theme song. Delete, delete, delete. Delete, delete, delete. And here comes Willow. Jeff's one of Jeff's alter ego. One of Jeff's alter egos. I just can't believe the Hardy. If you never saw photos of the Hardy compound, you got to go see it. You have to go see the Hardy compound. It's insanity. But here they got the ladders, the brothers. Oh, I guess two of the members of I guess the Great Hands just went in with the ladders. But here we go. We got the TNA World Tag Team titles. Feel free to put in the chat on who you guys got winning this. Do you have the system retaining? Or do you think new tag team champions will happen with the Righteous, the Hardys, or the Great White Hands? It's really hard because you haven't seen Matt Hardy be broken Matt Hardy in present time. But it's very interesting. He's not just in the matches, but posting some socials. He had his children included. It's just crazy because I have followed the Hardys growing up so much as a kid and just seeing them still wrestle and look in better shape. That's pretty impressive. Because I know Matt, he has to be like in his 50s, and Jeff, he's like in his late 40s, close to being 50. So that's pretty impressive. And shout out. And it's always interesting they gang up on the Hardys first because they're the first ones. Those are the most popular team, and they could be an X Factor. So it's like getting rid of the Hardys. Let me see, because there's a little bit of. Here we go. Oh man, the big man from the Righteous. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. See, I'm facing a little technical issues. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. We got the ladder match happening. Here come Matt and Jeff climbing up the ladders. These guys are wasting no time, but the Righteous are saying no way. And it's kind of crazy. The Righteous and the Hardys had a very interesting rivalry, and like I said, go check out that Wicked Garden match. That was it was fascinating to watch. Very fascinating. Here we go. Are the Hardys going to? We have one member of the Hardys and one member from the Righteous. delete. Anytime he hits the head, anytime Matt hits somebody on the head, they always say delete. It's just so crazy. They've wrestled for so long, and they're brothers from North Carolina. And here come the Tables. We've seen a lot of appearances from Tables. All right, the great white hands. Okay, so Destination X returns for the first time in 9 years on Sunday, November 15th at Edmonton, Alberta. So TNA's got some interesting stuff. It's really interesting. You have members from the system and Order 4 and some of their other tag team, some of their other co-partners were in action earlier tonight. And hopefully we'll see if the system can get a win because while so far Cedric Alexander retained the X Division title and the Ultimate X, Eddie Edwards, as I said, got reciprocated by Moose. And also for Order 4, we saw Mustafa Ali retaining the TNA International Championship. So it looks like the Righteous are taking out the system. And I wouldn't be mad. And I wouldn't be mad if the Righteous didn't win. I wouldn't be mad at it. But they got those 4 stacks of tables, and you know what that means. Somebody's going through those 4 stacks of tables. And it's hard to believe after this match, we have one more match. We have one more match. I'm just looking at the comments, but I'm happy that you guys are here. tonight. But as I mentioned, there's a triple header happening. After this, we have NXT's Great American Bash. And we also have AEW Forbidden Door happening. But yours truly will be on the watch on for AEW. But I figured I'd show some love to TNA because after everything that's been happening, I'm very, very excited. Oh my God. Yeah, I would not sleep on Barrett Bronson one bit. And like I said, he's been training under Brian Myers from Creative Pro Wrestling. Creative Pro Wrestling has some amazing stars that are doing incredible things. Obviously, of course, oh, here comes the right. And the Righteous has their own customized ladder from the Wicked Garden. This is so creative. It's barbed wire. It's a wicked mat. They have barbed wire and flat. Oh lordy, this is very much insanity. I feel bad for someone who has to go through it. I don't think I would not be intimidated by the Righteous. But as I mentioned with Bear Bronson, he's with Creative Pro, that's head by Brian Myers, and we've seen so many. Please careful with that barbed wire, Bear. And that is true. He's been in death matches, by the way. He's been in a few death matches in the independent scene. Oof. Oh my God. And it wasn't even broken. Oh my God. That has to be a nasty one. I do with a well, it's a swanton bomb, really. Oh my goodness. Oh lordy. What are they gonna do here? They're just attacking him with that. Well, there's a reason. Well, I guess there's a reason why it's called a wicked garden ladder. What are they gonna do here? Oh my God. Here comes Brian Myers coming in. But yeah, I think I think no one is safe from that wicked garden. No one is safe from that wicked garden ladder. Let me just put it that way. Oh boy. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. My goodness. A little bit of tech difficulties, but that's okay. That is okay. Because we're going to get back into the action because it looks like a really good, solid tag team match. Okay, so we hear the Righteous. Righteous are one step closer, but oh, okay. Shout out to Roberto C for life. It's all good. I'm happy you're in for TNA Slammiversary happening right now. We are in the fatal four-way ladder match between the Hardys, the Righteous, the System, and the Great White Hand from Order 4. Thanks for photos. So yeah, I love that. But feel free to come in and feel free to put in the chat on who do you think is gonna come walking away as tag team champions. The Hardys, the Righteous, the Great White Hands, or the System retaining. Because after this, we have one more match. But happy that you're here. Whew. Well, somebody, Brian Myers and Vincent from the Righteous. Who is going to get the belt? And it's funny, the fans are still chanting the Hardys, even though they've been laid out for quite some time. They're still chanting for the Hardys. Can't go wrong with the boys. You can't go wrong. Oh no! That's a wicked flower! That's from the wicked flower. Oh, those little sneaks. Oh no, Brian Myers. He's knocked out. He ate some of that wicked flower. He doesn't know where he's at. Oh no. After you have some of that wicked flower, that's it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Brian Myers is out. Oh boy. Wow. Oh, and well, Bear Bronson's used to this stuff, but I know those barbed wire has to hurt. Has to hurt. Righteous, could you sign? Yeah, that is true. I wouldn't be mad at the Righteous. I would not be mad at the Righteous one, but it's definitely going to be interesting in the Fatal 4-Way because after this, we got one more match. We have the main event, Mike Santana taking on Nick Nemeth. And who's going to take that table spot? Okay, Vincent and Dutch. I think somebody's going to go through that table spot. And there's Matt and Jeff. You can't forget about those guys. It's crazy how everybody chants for the Hardys, even when they're not in the match. What are they going to do here? Oh, you took out two of the biggest men, and they went through 4 stacks of tables. Wow. Yeah, you can hear about the fans' reaction. Wow. Great White Hands could take it. I mean, it could be. Oh, the Hardys. Twist of Fate. Twist of Fate. See, I would be mad because I actually do like the Hardys. My goodness. Oh my God. Hardy's doing typical Hardy stuff, and I'm like, oh God. They got the wicked ladder. What are they gonna do? No, is Jeff really gonna do a Swanton bomb? Jeff took off his shirt, so you know what that means. Well, Jeff, this is not the first time Jeff has had a creative ladder, so I'm not mad at it. Jeff is Jeff. Jeff, I've been knew Jeff is utterly insane. You know what that means. What's Jeff gonna do here? Swanton bomb. Oh, that's so nice, Matt. Checking on his brother. But Jeff's okay. Jeff is okay. You you can hear the whole reaction when people see the Hardys. Doesn't matter what state you're in, they're going insanity. And oh my God, we got new tag team champions. We got new tag team champions. Wow. Your winners and new tag team champions is the Hardys. Broken version of the Hardys. I mean, we had a new we've had new TNA knockouts champions, we've had a new knockouts women's world champion, and now we have new tag team champion. I, I just could not see them lose in a ladder match. No way. Shout out to VA Ports. I say, I don't. I am. I'm not in a relationship, but I am just focused more on myself and trying to enjoy the stuff that I like to do. I know, somebody else, but hopefully they can position somebody to take a tag team titles. But I can't bet against the Hardys, especially if it's against a ladder match. And I love it. I love it, love it. But congratulations. Shout out to the Hardys winning the wild tag team match. Congratulations to the Hardys. And after this, we got our main event happening. I can't believe it. It's almost the main event. Oh, this is special Mike Santana did. Nice theme montage of Mike Santana. He is a Bonico from the Bronx. Oh, Homicide, Ortiz. Mm. Mm. Homicide, Conan. Yeah, the Hispanic people that wrestled in TNA too. Love it. I love that they did, and I love that they did throwback to the Latin American Exchange because they were a huge part of TNA for back in the day. I love it. Oh, way! Conan is going to be in the TNA Hall of Fame. Oh my god! That is so cool! Oh my god! ODB, the Amazing Red, and Conan in the TNA Hall of Fame at Bound for Glory. I mean, you can't get no wrong than that. And so proud for the contribution. Yes, and we did find out from Miss Tracy there will be a Knockouts TNA Knockouts TV tournament happening this Thursday on Impact. So it's going to be fun, fun. But we have our main event happening. Mike Santana taking on Nick Nemeth for the TNA World Title. Put in the chat on who you guys got winning. Do you have Mike Santana retaining or do you have Nick Nemeth winning? Oh. I feel like the build-up video for this. It looks nice. Mm. I'm not gonna lie, the build-up for this match is pretty solid. There's a few, but woo! But feel free to put in chat who you guys got. Will Pepper makes Santana. Well, well, here comes Nick Nemeth. Here comes Nick Nemeth. Okay, so I don't. Well, Roberto, it's a lot with the tag team division, but we shall see on that. Well, you would think, Roberto, but I'm just happy Conan is going to be in the TNA Hall of Fame. I'm so excited alongside OTB and the Amazing Red. Shout out to Unlimited Production 1. So far, the show has been very solid for Slammiversary. As we know, it's a triple header heading in tonight. We have TNA Slammiversary. We have NXT Great American Bash. We also have AEW Forbidden Door happening later on tonight. We make sure to come back here because yours truly will be hosting a watch along for AEW Forbidden Door, but also feel free because NXT Great American Bash is also happening that time too. So, and yes, LAX was awesome back in the day, and they put a lot of work on TNA. And I did not try OBG's food truck, but I heard the food's really good, and she takes it very, very seriously. But here comes Mr. Boniqua from the Bronx, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Man, you don't want to mess with Eddie Boniqua from the Bronx, man. Here comes Mike Santana. And I'm happy he's getting the recognition he deserves. It's going to be very interesting because, as I mentioned, his contract is set to expire in July. Not sure what's going to happen here, but we shall see what happens. But this is it. This is the main event for TNA Slammiversary. Yes, for the Bronx. I know. All day Sunday wrestling. Thank you, Roberto. But like I said, we're going to be doing AEW Forbidden Door happening later on tonight. So you do not want to miss it. And yes, can't mess with a Bonico from the Bronx. There he is. This is going to be an interesting match. Oh, but there's his daughter. There is his daughter. I love that. I love Mackenzie's outfit. All right, here we go. It's main event time. You can hear some boos on Nick Nemeth. You can hear some boos. They're really booing Nick Nemeth. Here we go. Oh, Starlight Kid has arrived for the first time. She'll be on AEW programming. Sorry, I had to go with a little bit. Yes. VAS VAS Sports has to say, I do appreciate your tactics, but I gotta have to say no, unfortunately, because I do have a lot going on, and nothing personal, but I just kind of need to focus on myself right now, and I'm position, not in position right now. Unlimited Production One. Nick Nemeth has been TNA. He has been a world champion before. TNA. He was a former TNA world champion, so he's used to it. They're really chanting. They're really booing Nick Nemeth. Mm. The crowd's really going for Mike Santana. What's it gonna do here? Mike Santana taking flight. Here we go. You can tell these guys are going to go at it. It's going to be fun. This is the main event. This is going to close out the show. And it's funny, after this, we got to switch over to not only NXT, but also Forbidden Door. Nice segue. I think Mike Santana is having too much fun with outside the ring. Boy. What is his brother doing out here? What is his brother doing there, Ryan Neville? I know it's your brother and all, but I know I know it's your brother and all, but we gotta let your brother fight for himself. Look at Mike. Look at Mike. I mean, I know the brother. I know that's your brother and all, but come on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here, Ryan. Get out of here. And the referee. Yeah, so I look, he's still trying to get in with the referee. Oh, and you knew Nick Nemeth he hit him with the Call Your Sock trophy. I know that had to hurt. Imagine Nick Nemeth was allowed to show. I know, right? That would have been so amazing to see. Well, VA Sports SSA, you can follow me on at CourtneyNJ11 on Instagram because I do have wrestling content, fashion content, and anything in between. All right. I don't think anybody wants to counter from that. 2. Quick kick out. Oh my goodness. And Mike Santana's already busted open from that call your shot trophy. But you know it's gonna be magic physicality. Oh, and you know Nick Nemeth was gonna go. I think at this point, I man, Mike Santana's busted open. It's not the first time I've seen Mike Santana busted open. Not the first time. Ugh. Oh man. Nick Nemeth's really trying to make Mike Santana pass out. Nick Nemeth's trying to put Mike Santana to sleep. Half of them are cheering for Mike Nemeth, and half of them are cheering for Mike Santana. Woo, that was a nice. That was a nice boot. One, two, quick kick out by Nick Nemeth. One, two, quick kick out by Nick Nemeth. Not the first time we've seen Mike Santana busted open. Then the Bapa. Ooh, super kick by Nick Nemeth. One, two, quick kick out by Mike Santana. These guys are really giving it their all in this main event. Oh, that has to be it. One, two, yeah, quick kick out by Mike Santana. It was that close. Nick Nemeth was this close to being champion. And the fans, they're chanting TNA. The fans are chanting for TNA. Tuning up the fan. Super kick. Oh, spin the pot. That was a nasty hit. Oh, get out. I really thought that was over. I really thought that was over. Oh my God. And the fans are chanting, this is awesome. Oh, super kick. Quick kick out by Satan. This is pretty much even. Man, super kick. He's fading. Yeah, Mike Santana's fading. So is Nick Nemeth. Danger zone. Wow, we've had multiple title changes, but your winner and new TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Nemeth. Wow, we've had a few title changes happen. We've had new TNA knockouts, a new TNA knockout women's world champion, tag team champions, and now we have a new TNA world heavyweight champion. And of course, we see his brother, Ryan Nemeth. What do I feel like he's going to turn on his brother? I feel like it's going to be a brother versus brother feud. That's why I have a feeling. Wow, crazy. Wow, we've had multiple championship changes happen, which is insanity. And I'm woo! But your winner and new TNA World Champion, Nick Nemeth, and of course we see his Ryan Nemeth. Wow, two time TNA World Champion. Oh man, woo! Well, that concludes TNA Slammiversary. Whoo. I know Ultimate Production One. I did not think that Nick Nemeth was gonna win, but it was actually a good, fun, solid show. It did. Well, hold on. We're not gonna say ruin Mike Santana. I hope not. That's not gonna happen. But that concludes TNA Slammiversary. I mean, we've had title changes. I think we had 4 title changes, which is insane. We have new tag team champions. We have 2 TNA Knockouts tag team champions. We have a new Knockouts world champion. And now we have a new TNA world heavyweight champion. It's insanity. And I can't believe it. I'm just so flabbergasted by it. And it's like, wow, this is crazy. But I think it kind of, with everything that's been going on internally with TNA, it did hit the notes that it did for now, but they have a long time to plan on strategically in that. And I think I may have to do a deep case study dive on that. But solid show by TNA Slammiversary. It did everything that we can. And I know we have a watch along happening right now on this channel with the NXT Great American Bash. Our boss lady, Christina, and Kyle will be joining in. Of course, yours truly is going to be handling AEW Forbidden Door happening shortly. So shout out to everybody in the chat that came on for TNA Slammiversary. It's always fun to do watch-alongs for TNA, and that's something we want to show love to all things wrestling. But you can follow me on @CourtneyNJ11 on Twitter and Instagram and everything else. And shout out to the rest of our team because we are covering everything throughout this wild and busy wrestling weekend. And I am signing off for now, but you can catch me on AEW Forbidden Door. And thank you for supporting Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet. And I'll see you guys shortly.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.